Welcome to another basketball edition of the Adrienne Ross Show. First of all, let me say thank you to those who hung out with me last night. That would be Friday night when we watched the Indiana Fever take on the Chicago Sky. What a game. If you've never jumped into one of our lives, you absolutely need to do that. We have a good time. We just keep it light. We cheer, we scream, we chat it up. We have an amazing time. So you're invited. I'm hoping to go live on Sunday when the Fever take on the Dallas Wings. And so yeah, that'd be a good time. If you've never been a part of our lives, then that'd be a good time to get your first one in. All right, and what a game, what a win. The Indiana Fever hit the century mark in that 100-81 victory over the Sky. And Caitlin Clark and Kelsey Mitchell and the ladies of the Fever just straight up balled out. So I'm going to take a look at some of these stats, and then I got to talk about something really concerning because these victories, they're not without drama, as people seem to really not like the turnaround in the Fever. So let's take a look at some stats. So in this 100-81 victory, Lexi Hall had 11 points. She went 3 of 6. And Nalissa Smith had 14 points and 7 rebounds. And what's interesting about that is that, you know, the way she started out, we were just like, oh my goodness, please get her off the floor, you know? And yeah, there are times when she shouldn't have been on the floor, but she kept at it. And then Caitlin Clark I noticed something about her. I talked about it during the live. She went to Nalissa Smith. She went to Nalissa Smith again. She wouldn't allow her to lose her confidence. She just rewarded her for her diligence. And that's something that a good leader and a good point guard will do. And so she ended up with 14 and 7. And then Aaliyah Boston, she had 7 points, you know, only 5 rebounds. I should say only 5. I say that because I expect Aaliyah to do more than that. She also had 4 assists, so she continues to distribute the ball as well. Kelsey Mitchell with her 23 points and also 1 rebound and 1 assist. And Caitlin Clark, career high at 31 points. I think she broke some other record again. I honestly, I appreciate those of you who are able to put those stats and put those records, you know, in the comments and stuff, because I can't keep up. Every time she's on the floor, she's breaking a record. But so she had 31 and 12. And also she also had a steal. Timmy, she only had 3 points, but what Timmy brings to the floor, everybody, come on. You can't even put all that on the stat sheet, what she brings. So Timmy, she only had 3 points, like I said, but she had 5 rebounds. She had 2 assists, and she had a steal as well. So, and Timmy had 2 blocks. And Dantas came up in there. She dropped 9 points. She went 3 of 6 from the field, 1 of 2 from 3-point land. And so she had 5 rebounds, and she had 2 assists as well. So yeah, good showing. Erica Wheeler, she didn't do any damage at all. She had 2 points. It was a solid game. Angel Reese with 10 points, 11 rebounds. I'm going to get to that. I plan to anyway in a different video. Camila Cardoso, 6 and 10. So their high scorer was Lindsay Allen with 19. Oh, sorry, Michaela. I don't even know how to pronounce her last name. I'm sorry, guys. Onyenwere, I'm sorry, don't mean to butcher her last name, but she had 20. And then you had Banham, who had 14, and Lindsay Allen with 19, and then some other assortments. So I just wanted to look at some of those stats. But yeah, CC 31 and 12, a huge game. But what I wanted to talk about, I'm really concerned because the Fever, not the team they used to be. And we saw what we saw in the beginning of the season, how they targeted Caitlin, how they, cheap shotted Caitlin. And this game was no exception. And one particular play was Diamond DeShields, and this is what she did. No sound, just check it. Very interesting there because of the acting that Diamond puts on there. It's interesting when Chennedy Carter cheap shot someone, whether it's a non-basketball play when she body checks Caitlin, or whether it's her hello again to Marina Mabrey when she, knocked her in the nose and Mabrey was down for a while the first time that Mabrey faced her old team when she, obviously she's playing for Connecticut now, and she got jacked up by Chennedy. Chennedy Hollywood, she calls herself. Chennedy Hollywood Carter, she's not even pretending that she's concerned. She's not even pretending that she's not, not taking shots at you. She just kind of turns and walks away, steps over you and walks away. But Diamond, check out Diamond. Lexi Hall's arms are like, what just happened there? This has got to stop. I mean, the season is almost over, but this has got to stop, and it's got to stop now. I did a video a few days ago called 5 Things That I Would Do ASAP if I were the WNBA commissioner. And one of the things I talked about is officiating, okay? And something else I said was, after every game where there's a flagrant foul, that needs to be reviewed extra closely. And if they're doing it already, they need to do it harder and they need to do it better. Because every single one of those, the flagrant one, okay, but that's not enough incentive. There's got to be incentive from the league that we have zero tolerance for what is obviously a targeted bum rush. We have to have consequences. So we review it, and you know what? We got to start issuing suspensions, because somebody's going to get hurt. It's got to stop. And you can't be showing your jealous selves off, or mad because you're losing, or mad because it's Caitlin Clark who's taking it to you, and then try to hurt somebody or do something that could hurt somebody. It's not cool, and it's got to stop. And I'm very, very disappointed in Teresa Weatherspoon. Very disappointed in her coaching. I was not a fan of her as a player, but it wasn't personal. It was because I was a fan of the Houston Comets, and we were intense rivals. So I didn't really care for her, but she always had such intensity, and I thought character. But what I'm seeing this season from her players, I feel like it's out of control. And I'm going to talk more about that as it relates to Angel Reese in another video. So look for that. But for now, you've got to, if the league won't deal with it, as a coach, I'm dealing with it. If I see something like we saw there with Diamond DeShields, I'm in my player's face. You're sitting right here next to me on this bench. And particularly that, it's the end of the game. Now you're angry because you're losing, I guess. And Caitlin's cooking you, and you do this. So no, you're sitting right here. And then you know what? We're going to have to talk about suspending you. I have to be the example as a coach. And I haven't seen that. When Chennedy Carter did what she did to Mabrey, it looked like Teresa Weatherspoon was kind of laughing and chopping it up over there with on the sideline with her players, with Chennedy. I thought something different. Someone said to me in the chat the other day, said, you're going to have to come to grips with the fact that she's not the person you thought she was. I didn't have like some elevated view of her, but I thought that she was someone who would be good for these young ladies. She comes to the press conferences or the post-game interviews, and she's just nasty. She's absolutely nasty. And even when you're losing, nobody likes to lose, and they're losing a whole lot. Excuse me, nobody likes that. But again, it goes back to my other thing I would do if I were commissioner. You got to have that PR media training, because you're supposed to be representing the league. You can't just be acting like that. We're getting money from the NBA. They're bankrolling us. We got fans who are interested in us. We got young people who are following us. You're a professional. Act like it. But this whole thing with this violent stuff, it's got to stop. But you know what? The best revenge is victory. I'll tell you this. As I said in my live, I'm like, I know that there are going to be coaches who would say, get Caitlin out of the game right now. Get her out. Because it was getting chippy for a while. And I say, get her out of the game. Get her out of the game right now because somebody's going to try to hurt her. But I know their coaches said that. I said, I'd leave her in. I'd leave her in. That probably wasn't wise on my part, but that was my thought. I'd leave her in for just another minute or so because you can't have people dictate. You can't have people trying to bully you like that. But they're smarter than I was, I guess. And so she came out of the game. But apparently that happened. That boom happened after some kind of exchange with Camila Cardoso, who, I guess said something to Caitlin when she airballed a shot. And then Caitlin pointed up, people say to the scoreboard at the post-game interview, Caitlin said, I think I was pointing to a fan. I don't know who she was pointing to. I don't know what the deal is. But then after that, by all accounts, because I don't remember exactly, but from what I'm hearing, that's when that boom happened. No. And then you got the nerve to actually, she's a good actress because she's there. Oh, let me help you up. I don't know how my body flung into yours. Chennedy Carter, she don't even act. She ain't even fronting. You know what I'm saying? I'm just a dog, But then Diamond, she's going to do something like that. Diamond, such a delicate name. Anyway, it seemed like some people need DeShield from Diamond, DeShields, because she's trying to hurt folks out there or send a message out there. Character is revealed not only in how you win, character is revealed in how you lose, and character is revealed in how a league and a coach can handle these players. And right now, they're out of control. And here is how Caitlin got her revenge when sides took her out of the game. Check this out. No sound, just take a look and enjoy. No revenge like victory. You are in Chicago. You are on the road, and folks are standing up all over the place to give you an ovation as you come out of the game after she tried to take you out. How's that? Enemy territory. That's why the league has to do something about this thing, because everywhere Caitlin Clark goes, you're going to see those CC jerseys. All right. So yeah, that, and then laughing on the sideline. Yep. Victory is sweet. All right. Well, I want to say thank you for those who subscribed to the channel. Last night we went over 25,000, and already today we are just a few hundred short of 26,000. I'm appreciating the love. Thank you for that so much. If you haven't subscribed, smash that button. All right. And I will catch you next time, God willing. God bless you abundantly.